line. Check the radio, the pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet, not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Crank it up. Oh, it's racing.
With the ButtKicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. ButtKicker. The future is feeling.
Looking for a new PC or an upgrade to your current one? Look no further than Ford Entertainment Group, your home for the best quality and value in new, pre-built, and custom PCs at the lowest price guaranteed. We have affordable PC solutions for any budget, with custom builds starting at $595. Even the pros turn to Ford Entertainment Group to get them up and running. With valued customers from all over the world, it's easy to see why Ford Entertainment Group is the most trusted brand in custom PCs.
I wanted to save my awesome subscribers the most money when they started their sim racing journey. I started trying them over the best deals. And I'm so proud that Jeffrey and I have partnered up so I can spread the good news about where to get the lowest price on a high quality computer.
Feel confident when buying from us with the FEG Satisfaction Guarantee. Get yourself on track today by visiting us online at fegpc.net.
When you need the best designs in your fleet of vehicles, there's only one brand name that many trust in. One that makes every car pop out from the rest of the field, and that is Lightning Wrapz. Be sure to check us out on Facebook at Lightning Wrapz. Get yourself a vehicle unlike the rest. Lightning Wrapz, the most affordable designs made at your leisure.
One more time this season, folks, we sent it down for the championship race, for the final race of Pedal to the Metal Racing League's 2022 campaign, with all on the line This is your main event of the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Pit Stall 80 at Homestead Miami Speedway and the championship race from Elemental Racing League Season 8. Hello again, everyone. I am the Crusader Christian Schreier, joining you guys live here on the call today. We're getting ready to get down to business here, to get down all the action here presented by our friends at the Pit Stall Racing Series, the ButtKicker Company, Ford Entertainment Group, PC.net, and of course, Wrapz for all their support, and you fans out there constantly giving us the support as well. This one's all for you. Championship on the line here. We'll let you know how the top 5 look in right now for the points section. But first, let's take a look at our starting lineup presented by Ford Entertainment Group, PC.net. On the pole, the number 1, it'll be the Bobby Anderson in the 1, the outside, and the number 7, it's going to be Jeffrey Vickery. Row number 2 is Jeff Oaks, the 20 outside, and the 21, it is the Rattlesnake Robert Kahn. Row number 3 is going to be Matthew Harper in the 84, the outside, and the 66 is Corey Stahl. Row number 4 is the 99 of Wally Babb, the outside, and the 27, that'll be Corey Reed. Row number 5 is going to be Stephen Ford in the 77, the outside, and the 87, that is Kevin Baker. Row number 6 is going to be a 38 Jameson Henry, the outside, and the number 98, that'll be Sean Long. Row number 7 is going to be Chantal Throttle Paul in the 5 with Mike Riley in the 76. Final start of this one, Hunter Hansen in the 13, and Shane Ledoux in the number 12. Let's finish this season out. The Pit Stall 80 begins at Homestead Miami Speedway. Jason Henry coming on board saying thanks for another great season, Chris. No, thank you, sir, for always coming on board and having a little fun with us. And speaking of a little fun, Henry, it's not good to text and drive at the same time, my friend. Trouble off of turn number 2. Henry and Reed involved in the wreck. Well, it's a good thing it's only 80 laps to the distance, because then we would have to be figuring out what the heck they just started up on this race here. Let's take a look at the replay here. Corey Reed gets loose there off turn number 1 to turn 2. Looked like he just over throttled it. Got it jammed up in there, parked it hard, and Shane Ledoux, oh my, and Hunter Hansen, Hammer and Hansen got jammed in there badly. Not sure if Reed just kind of over throttled it or what happened. We do know he was all alone when that happened, so. Yeah, it looked like he shipped it in, and as soon as that truck got a little loose, he had no control there. He was trying to save it, but he already took Henry, and then he was trying to get it back the other way, and then, well, that happened. Slight hiccup out of the gate here for the number 27, as well as some other drivers. That will slow our field back into the pace here. By the way, nobody commented on literally how the broadcast looked and everything when it came to like how we swapped the transition screens out. I seriously need you guys to tell me these things. I can't change things up and get it right if you don't tell me. So I gotta hear from you, man. Let's show. If you like what you see with this broadcast, then I'll change them on the other ones. If not, then I won't change nothing. I need to know though, guys. Brent Logue saying, good evening, sir. Thanks for an amazing season and broadcast. Brent, no problem there, sir. Thanks for always coming on board. Tyler Orrick saying, have a good race, drivers. Tyler, great to see you, and thank you for tuning in throughout these races as well. And this season, this is the most we've had in the season. Every single week, constantly in and out. 16 drivers came to today. At the most we had, I believe, was the pinnacle of 22 drivers in total. Or 23, maybe 24 actually, somewhere around there. It was around 22, but consistently all around though, about 18 drivers on average coming out to these races and coming out to this show. That to me just shows you the growth and the industry itself and how far iRacing is coming and how far league race is becoming. And the thing is, it can grow even more. It can get further down the road. And that's what I am really hoping to see, honestly, because this league, these teams, these guys, these drivers, they absolutely deserve to be a part of this. They deserve to be here and really have a chance to go out here for just a few minutes, enjoy life at its fullest, and have a fun time out here. That's what it's all about, without a doubt. We've had a lot of guys this season too winning these races out. Khan is the only one to have won multiple times this season. Out of this illustrious season here, we take a look at our point standings as well. And it's hard to believe, but fans, that is how it has gone through the season. Khan has won 3 races, and entering into today, he is 7 points out of Bobby Anderson in terms of the point standings. If Khan can get ahead of Anderson, and Anderson makes a slight mistake and gets transferred back too far back, there's a chance Khan will win this title out again. But Anderson's looking for his very first career championship here on Pizza Race TV. With an average finish of 5th, an average start of 3rd, he's out-trumped Khan with the 4th start and average finish there in 7th. But the 3 wins is what kept Khan in this all season round. Just been inconsistent when it came to trying to keep his points up. And that shows you that most wins doesn't always win you the championship. And that's the thing I always say, consistency is what wins championships. But thinking of that, though, Jeffrey Vickery right now is not too far back. Only 8 out of taking Anderson, tying in points. And if it went down to the end there, Anderson, depending on where he finishes, actually could get bumped out. And Vickery may be able to take him down in terms of average start and finish on the top spot. In terms of top 5 right now, Matthew Hoffer is in 4th with 159. Despite having 0 wins this season, he's been able to hang in there with an average start of 8th and a 7th finish there on average. He's been keeping a consistent eye on things, but Jeffrey Oaks is also in the top 5 with 153 points and 151 for Wally Babb. So really, the top 3 in the bubble right now, Hoffer, Oaks, and Babb, for that top 5 and the points positions, are going to be really, we're going to see a lot of throws and a lot of shots made. But for Jeffrey Vickery and Robert Kahn, their goal is simple: take down the #1 Gravedigger machine today. Anderson is looking to claim the title. That is the front row, your lineup here in terms of the point standings and where they position now. We're about to bring it back to the green flag here off of turn number 4, back off the start. Let's get an actual good start in here, folks, and let's reel him and deal him. The Pit Stall 80 continues. Stage lap, I believe, at lap number 30 here, so that will definitely be a little temperamental on the fuel mileage and on the run here for these drivers. They are going to have to be very careful on when and where they choose their spots. Much cleaner start this time. Khan's already as well looking to try and take things to a whole nother level up on the top side. He bikes Jeff Oaks in the 20 Napa Auto Parts. Chevrolet, as they wing them down off of turn number 4, Khan's a slight advantage off the run, but the tires definitely may say otherwise. He's got to watch his momentum and watch how he controls the lines and the shots. He knows that's a very tough deal to be putting it up there so quick and so hard. Jeff Oaks is well aware of that. He throws it right back at him down from the inside. These two heavy hitters have been at this the entire season. Neither one giving an inch to the other. So much on the line and so many crazy things intervening here as Hammer and Hansen hammered down off that turn number 4. Looked like what he was doing at Eldora when he went to the victory lane there. Sled it just a little bit. Hangs on. Vickery, though, he needs points and he needs positions. He'll move the chains. The 7 is now up into the 6th spot. Yeah, you can just hear the roar of these beasts, too. These truck series, man, they are as loud as they sound. And yes, I've been to some truck races. They are very, very similar to what you hear in iRacing. I will give them credit for that. They got it almost picture perfect on that sound. Live at the 99. What a season he's had. And really, what a huge break he finally got. And Atlanta Super Speedway as he got a little bit of trouble there, though, off of turn number 2. The 87 of Kevin Baker spins it around town and takes down the 99. Well, unfortunately, we're going to have to take another look at the replay there and see what went wrong on that end and that front. But it looked like, to me, Baker didn't quite get it squared up and set straight there. Well, it's kind of hard to tell, actually. Babb kind of came up at him there, came right into the corner and took him completely out of that one. We'll have to take one more look at it here. It looks like both guys were loose coming down. It looked like Baker more than anything there, and he pretty much took everything down with him. So, very tough little deal there, unfortunately. Field marching back down into pit road right now. We'll get them squared back up on the field here. So some custom design wraps on some of these schemes here today as well. You may have noticed some of them are getting into the holiday spirit. Race fans, it is coming up to be Christmas time here. If you are celebrating your holidays or your Christmas time here, we do wish you a happy holidays and a Merry Christmas from us here at Pizza Race TV. As the field right now is getting ready to celebrate their Christmas season and their holidays. A few guys already kind of in trouble here. Vickery and Hansen already with problems. Baker still dealing with the major damage and situated there. Vickery may be with the worst end of the front. Got to be down a couple laps here. He's going to have to try to bring it back around, see if he can get some speed back up underneath him. He knows Anderson and Kahn are in position and in a spot they could be taken down for the championship here. Remember, top 10 in points will go from 11 to 12, 13, 14, 15, so on and so forth in terms of their positioning order. Meanwhile, everyone below 10th will only receive 10 points. So until he gets in the 20s, and then no points are given. The way the format works and the way the system works, extremely valuable and viable to sheer consistency. If you're not consistent or you're not fighting up there in the top spots, then you're in a very tough little spot, and it ends up costing you more often than not. We talk about it constantly. You need to stay consistent, and rewards good driving with good positions. Yeah, sad part is, like last week, I said Anderson had won his second race in a row, actually second race finally, but actually he only had one win, which was early last week. He said earlier to me, I'm glad I got that win off my back, but now a championship is in order. I've got one, I want the other. He said to me flat out, like, if it comes down to the racing aspect of it, I'm going to race my heart out, but I will not take anybody with me down like that. I will go in clean as a whistle, and hopefully everything will stay under control for me and this team. Well, right now he's going to have to do that and really stay focused in too, because there's some heavy hitters that are ahead of him still. But if he finished where he's at right now, Kahn would not be able to take him down in terms of points. He's not far enough ahead, and Anderson's not far enough back to be able to warrant that. So we'll get him reeled in down off the track here, off of turn number 4. Once again, it is time to bring it back to the green flag here out of the start. We're going to line him down and set him off. Three deep out of the gate. Mike Rideout giving a lot of room up there. Lets the 99 of Bab and the 77 of Stephen Ford move his way into the chains. All drivers now coming hard to the gates, hard on the track. Everyone looking for positions, looking for key momentum. Oaks and Kahn once again going to go out of here. Matthew Hofford, the guy that has really, in my opinion, been probably the most deserving of getting a win in this season as well. Still searching for that one win just to end out a consistent season, but really in his mind, a hard season to get through without that win. To him, it probably would not mean as much. He's looking to try to get it done right now. They're going to go 3 deep in. Kevin Baker, lap traffic up on the top side, getting down on the edge. They had nowhere to go and everywhere to lose out from. Anderson trying to get squared up through the field here. He just needs to stay consistent, stay in the top 5, and he will win this one out no matter what anyone else does. Doesn't matter what Kahn does. It doesn't matter what Vickery does. If he's in that top 5 and he finishes there, it's over tonight. Chantel throttle ball on the 5 right now, having a little bit of an idea where she's looking at with Mike Rideout and Shane Ledoux. All 3 drivers right now in their own little key stable, their own little key faction, seeing where they want to hit the lane, hit the spot up. Down the front straightaway though, it is still a jump and shoot kind of move here. Stephen Ford jumping through the lanes ahead of Kevin Baker. Baker right now still trying to stay out of trouble and stay out of the way. Kahn moving the chains ahead of Oaks now. He'll now look to regain the control and regain his composure. Matthew Hoffert up top side trying to make some moves off too. As the 99 of Wallabab here moves his way back into the 7th spot. That's where he qualified at. He's right up behind Jason Henry, the number 3. And Henry, last season, he at least came out with a win at the Irish Super Speedway. This season, he's gone winless. He told me earlier today, he said, I really don't know why I haven't really been able to get out of my bad luck or get out of this little hole I've been putting myself into. But if there's one thing I want to figure out today, it's how to learn from it and use it into 2023. And that's right, these drivers will be returning in 2023. If you are interested in driving with Pedal to the Metal Racing League, visit up their Facebook page and listen for more info, as they will be giving you more information down the line just a few short weeks from now. We also have a little package video we are working on currently right now for their season start, so we hope you guys enjoy that as well as the other videos we've been working on. There are more to come, I bet you, in the near future with other leagues and other events we're currently dealing in. So if you guys are interested in those videos, we'll shoot a message up and we could do something up for you as well. Just let us know. Corey Reed, the 27 right now, the reconstruction machine, after having that little issue earlier on, doesn't seem to be fazed by it too much right now. Seems to actually be more focused than anything as the 27 kind of grows in near, trying to make the momentum work. He's going head-to-head with Corey Stahl in the 66, and Stahl this season had one of the absolute wildest finishes we've ever seen at Dover Motor Speedway a couple weeks ago when he and Chris Bass went head-to-head and both drivers colliding off of turn number 4. Stahl would hang on just enough after getting rattled in the cage to push it up to victory lane. Stahl told me earlier that was still probably one of the wildest finishes of my career, but hey, we came out with the W, and we honestly, I think, made a few new fans while we're at it, so I'm okay with that. But since then, Stahl has kind of, no pun intended, stalled in terms of his momentum, in terms of his drive, seemingly almost kind of at a bind here. He really hasn't been able to figure out where it went or where to go from there. I talked to him earlier, and he said, I know it's kind of been a little bit later in the season. I haven't won it out, but I mean, at the end of the day, I still got to do my thing and race my race. He certainly does indeed, but I mean, there's still a point in time where I think you kind of got to look at where are the positives and where are the negatives, and where can you finally get those positives to outweigh the negatives to be better on the track. That's what I always was told, and I consider, but then I have to kind of remind myself, racing is a cruel, cruel mistress. She'll treat you well, give you all the love and support. She'll hold you tight and hang on to you, feed you chocolates or grapes or whatever you want to call it these days. And then all of a sudden one day she just takes you out back and shall we say, takes you out. It doesn't even bother to even let you even be aware of what's going to happen next. It's a cruel, cruel sport, as we say, and this is one of those sports that skill is a lot of it, but there is still that extra little percentage that is of luck that determines and factors into every race, every detail, and we know how difficult it is just to even get by sometimes. Jeff Oaks, Robert Kahn right now separated out by a little bit. Kahn desperately trying to keep the lead for as long as he can while hoping everybody else behind him will put Anderson in the back, but Anderson has a brain and he is well aware of where he's at. He's trying to keep the points position and everything set on his motion and end of this playing field here. Going into this race, Anderson came in with 1 win. Robert Kahn's got 3. There are 1 win for Jeffrey Vickery, 1 win for Oaks, 1 win for Wally Babb, 1 for Corey Stahl, 1 for Hunter Hansen, and 1 for Chris Bass, and finally Chantel Pottle also having 1 win to her season. That is, I think, the most winners we've ever had in Pedal to the Metal Racing League history. Stage caution is out. That is our competition caution. Competition caution out here for the Pit Stall 80 race fans. When we come back, we're going to see which driver can pull off the big win, who is going to become the champion. 3 drivers looking for it. The rest are trying to get into the top 5. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after these quick commercial messages. Tonight's race, ladies and gentlemen, is presented in part by the Pit Stall Racing Series. On Thursday nights, we race hard and we race fast. That's what it's all about with the Pit Stall Racing Series. Be sure to tune in with us on Thursday nights. And also, if you're interested in joining, be sure to visit up on us Facebook to see more. By the ButtKicker Company. Best in performance on feeling real tracks of the virtual world. The ButtKicker. Feel what you've been missing. By Ford Entertainment Group PC.net. Matching your want with their wallet. The Ford Entertainment Group PC.net folks will always look to give you the best PC at the absolute right price. And by Lightning Wrapz. With the most affordable designs made at your leisure, Lightning Wrapz looking to bring you the best designs and libraries to your schemes today.
Looking for a new PC or an upgrade to your current one? Look no further than Ford Entertainment Group, your home for the best quality and value in new, pre-built, and custom PCs at the lowest price guaranteed. We have affordable PC solutions for any budget, with custom builds starting at $595. Even the pros turn to Ford Entertainment Group to get them up and running. With valued customers from all over the world, it's easy to see why Ford Entertainment Group is the most trusted brand in custom PCs.
I wanted to save my awesome subscribers the most money when they started their sim racing journey. I started trying to look for the best deals. And I'm so proud that Jeffrey and I have partnered up so I can spread the good news about where to get the lowest price on a high quality computer.
Feel confident when buying from us with the FEG Satisfaction Guarantee. Get yourself on track today by visiting us online at fegpc.net.
When you need the best designs in your fleet of vehicles, there's only one brand name that many trust in. One that makes every car pop out from the rest of the field, and that is Lightning Wrapz. Be sure to check us out on Facebook at Lightning Wrapz. Get yourself a vehicle unlike the rest. Lightning Wrapz, the most affordable designs made at your leisure.
With the ButtKicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. ButtKicker. The future is feeling.
Pedal to the Metal Racing League Season 8 would love to give their sponsors a big thank you for everything they have done for us this season. Thank you so much for all your support throughout. We can't do it without you guys and the fans at home. Now back to the Pit Stall 80 here at Homestead Miami Speedway. Back indeed, race fans. We're getting down to business here as we're getting set to go here after our competition caution. Lap 25, so actually I have to clarify I wasn't at lap 30. That was my bad. But nevertheless, Wally Babb out of pit road. He decided only to go in there for just a tank of fuel and get on out. Actually took right side tires, it looks like, only. So fuel and tires, the only thing Babb was worried about there. We'll see if that works out, though, because the Rattlesnake is going to be on a 4-set feed boost here. So will everyone else behind him. This is going to be a very, very tough status for Babb to have to understand and go through. But he's going to have to really work his magic in. For Bobby Anderson, he is still right where he needs to be to claim the championship. He just needs to stay out of trouble and watch everything else in front of him. Jeff Oaks, Matthew Hoffert, they are all going at it in their most dire straits to make it or break it this season. To do it, though, they're going to have a lot of work to do, though, because remember, they're only separated out by 6 points entering in for that 4th spot and 5th spot, respectively. 2 spots for Wally Babb with Jeff Oaks in there. So for Jeff Oaks, he needs to not only stay ahead of Babb, but he also needs to make sure he keeps his distance with Hoffert and have a chance at possibly getting even higher up in the top 5 points. Remember, top 5 points drivers will receive prizes at the end of the season. That is what they come for, they fight for. A championship trophy will be given out to the season champion, of course. And that's how we play it down here with the Battle of the Racing League crew. Season 8 is about to finish up. This is their final start. Pass the competition caution. Well, is it no surprise? Khan leads them through the field. Babb, though, on the inside. He's not going to let him by that easily. Babb's going to try to do exactly what Oaks was trying to do earlier at Khan and force him to drive it up on the outside, burn the tires up a little bit, and stay to the bottom lane. The bottom lane is going to be where everyone's going to usually be trying to hit up to keep a little bit more consistency in the tires and not burn them out too quick. The outside, though, is where the run is going to be and where the power is going to be laying in wait. The more run you can get off that, the better your truck will become. Everybody well aware of that as the black and green wrecking machine is coming right through. The Gravedigger, number 1 of Bobby Anderson, launching through to the charge on the number 84, Matthew Hoffert. The gear wrench service machine trying to hang on. Babb driving a little too aggressive there, loses control off of turn number 4's exit, gives the opening to Oaks. Here comes the number 20 Napa Auto Parts machine. And remember, Oaks needs to make sure he keeps Babb behind him to secure a top 5 spot. Anything less, it could be troublesome. Coming right back around down through turn number 3 to turn number 4 here. Corey Stahl and Sean Long kind of staying right there with him, kind of keeping up on the distance. Field looking to lower down to the bottom lane. It's now a follow the leader scenario here, with everybody trying to stick to their guns, stick to the speeds. Looked up at the outside. The throttle Chantel bottle, making it a little bit more difficult for the drivers that want to go for the title. Jeffrey Vickery is one of them. The number 7 right now trying to fly the colors and fly the wings to the lane. Vickery's been in victory lane already this season, but he loved nothing more than to get it done tonight again. Back stacked in the middle off the plains. Babb is falling back further. Jason Henry up on the inside, trying to get the 84. I commend Babb for trying to pull off a very different strategy and trying to use more of a long run on terms of his tires, but again, you only get 3 sets. Taking 2 tires only and playing like that and then having to try to stay up front is a very risky maneuver. I would have said probably do the 2 tires thing literally as soon as you get into the halfway point of your pit stall break. I don't know if I would have necessarily gone the way he went. That was his route. On board camera here, the Midnight Motorsports crew, Corey Stahl, as well as this other Midnight Motorsports guy, the 77 Stephen Ford, all trying to move chains ahead. Stall earlier on, stalled in the back. Now seems to be starting to ring the dinner bell because he is smelling what he's cooking. And he's cooking up a lot right now to get to the front. Bobby Anderson, the number 1, right up on the outside. Hoffer down low. He says, hey, man, let's see where this one goes. Gonna fire down quick. No driver is safe from this. The pit stall 80 right now has absolutely been giving us some results and been giving some great little sequences and maneuvering here. But unfortunately for some, it has not played in the same way that maybe they would like it to. Battle of the Chevys right now. Stall and Henry. Henry to the inside. Gonna go right on the white line. Forces Stall up a little bit here. Tires definitely going to be burning up a bit more on the Threes camp. Driving that hard and at the same time trying to drive in that deep. It's one thing to drive it on the outside where it's a high risk maneuver. But again, this is not the place you want to try to pull that one off too quickly. Homestead is a very high banked end in a very tire burning sanctuary. It forces a lot of drivers into some very tricky little scenarios and tricky little spots here, and these guys are well aware of that here. Take a look at the best lap times we go on board here with Wally Babb in the 99.2. Best lap times right now, looking at a 33.05 is your fastest so far. Who holds that? Well, wasn't kind of obvious. It's the Rattlesnake, Robert Kahn. He's the one that is on top right now with that. Rest of the field right now trying to just kind of hammer down, hone on the craft to try to see where they can go as we bring back the Tower of Doom. Jeff Oaks here going in the inside, trying to find more run on Kahn, but Kahn is not giving him any sequences. And look at this here, you guys can see the big purple on that left side. That was when he laid down the fastest time of the night. The 33054 was laid on lap number 34. Kahn blistering speeds, but is he blistering the tires too? You can see Oaks did get some ground on him. Not much, but anytime you get ground on anybody in a race, much less Kahn, that's honestly a win-win in my opinion. And even trying to defend him off too, I'll tell you right now, that's a very tricky little subject in and of itself. I've only been able to do it a couple times, mainly on road courses, but I have been able to take him down at Road America and Watkins Glen now. I can add that to my list. Although Watkins Glen, I'm going to add a little asterisk in there because he kind of he would have had me beat if he was able to find a way and pass me. I'll give him that any day of the week. Road America was the only track I feel like I actually outraced him on. So, but that just shows you, like, I've raced him hundreds of times, and I just cannot, for the life of me, figure out how he can do what he does and still at a competitive level not be taken down a few notches or really been slowed up. He's just extremely considerate and conservative on how he lands the field and how he takes control of these races. That's why he's got the most wins this season and the only one to get multiple of them. But that does kind of beg the question too. If he wasn't in this picture, would there have been any more winners this season? Would we have had more? That's one thing I never really fully thought of until right about now, because I mean, you think about it, we've had multiple races that have had numerous winners and numerous times of someone new victory lane. But the only time Kahn had won his 3 out, he was able to take down guys like Bass, Anderson, and even Reed a few times, as well as Vickery and Pottle. Those were the only drivers really that had really been taken for a ride, except for Las Vegas, where Matthew Hoffert, had it not been for Kahn, he may have actually won that race, because Kahn was using that draft of his and just kind of saving and sparing his tires and his momentum. And when the time came, Hoffer kind of got duped. So it's kind of weird to think about, but I think Hoffer at the same time is just thinking, as long as I can just finish the season out at least with some decent points, I'll be happy. I still think in some regards he knows in the back of his mind that Las Vegas was probably one of his best tracks. He was going to get that win out of his back and off his chest here. Doing it here today, he's going to have to figure out a way to out-strategize Kahn on the fuel and tire strategy while also having the numerous guys behind him looking to try to do the same as well. I'm telling you right now, Corey Stahl, Bobby Anderson, these guys, they haven't cranked them up yet. They haven't set these things off into the distance and let them ride it out. No siree, Bob, I tell you. They're being very conservative right now. They're being very cautious and controlative of what they're doing. And speaking of that, I think it's time we just kind of let off the mics and let them do the talking. Let's put the pedal to the metal. laying down speed, laying down the power right now. Everyone's still in a bit of a bind, in a bit of a tangle. Anderson and Hoffert now going to go out of here a little bit. They're going to reel him down off of corner number 3 into turn number 4. Anderson, slight advance there, gets a good run off. Hoffert up top side, trying to stay in the run and stay in control. Anderson's trying to get him there into the turn. I don't know if he's going to be able to get him though. Oh, but yes he will. He gets it on the bottom of the white line. Hoffert gives him the opening. And now the number 1 grave digger out of the bone kicks it up and picks it down. He's got the lead. And Anderson told me earlier today that when he designed this truck up, he said point blank, I designed it for my kid, really. This is his favorite truck. This is his favorite kind of monster truck out to sea. So that is what he wanted to do and what he wanted to bring to the table. Very good on him to be able to make a scheme up and really make it look as good as it does. But right now, anyway, this field currently strategizing above all else, trying to get set up on the track. Still leading down around the track here as currently right now Jeff Oakes moves ahead of Kahn and the rest of the field. Anderson and them also trying to straighten out the fuel run. As Oakes finally will send it down. You see he had to really break that thing in a bit in order to get that thing to stop. Anything a bit off there and he would have been in trouble. Hoffert falls behind. Anderson still staying out. Pottle and right out going. Anderson looks like he's going to try to really maximize his lane choice and his lane positioning. I think he's looking at a big fuel run here. Jeffrey Vickery as well. Much of the same, but Vickery actually is about 2 laps more than Anderson is, and yet Vickery is actually going to go into pit road right as Anderson goes. So I think this is actually a bold strategy, but a smart strategy for Vickery here to go in right when they do that, so that way he can stay behind Anderson and maybe have a chance to kind of take one on him here. Kahn, though, is already hunting and pecking down to take these guys down. Anderson and Vickery need to get in and get out quickly. Strong pit stops coming up. Vickery and Anderson in there as Kahn leads them off. Turn number 3 to turn number 4. Who's going to get out first? They're taking all 4 sets of tires here. Kahn's going to get ahead of both of them, leading him down. The Rattlesnake regains the lead, and Anderson and Vickery, well, mainly Anderson, finally gets out. Vickery's still in pit road. I think Vickery might have got a time penalty down there, and that might have just done his season in. Looks like a 5-second penalty down at pit road there for Vickery in the number 7, and he cannot believe he got too fast into pit road. Season all but lost now. Now it'll be between Khan and Anderson for the title. If Anderson finishes right where he's at right now, there's nothing Khan can do. It will be game over for him. The lowest Anderson can go tonight is right in 7th. 7th position will lock him in the win. An 8th position, and Khan wins it. It will go down to average start and average finish. I think it may still be enough for Anderson to win it out. We'll have to see there. But for Khan-wise, if he can keep Anderson down to 8th, he will win the title hands down. But that's the problem right now, is he needs Anderson to back down a little bit, which that's not going to happen. Not if these drivers anything else has to say for us. So now it's up to the other guys to catch them. And they haven't been doing a very good job at it. But you can see the 99 and the 98. They're drafting off one another here, trying to help each other out. Wally Babb in the 99 with a lot to lose here. Remember, Babb is going to try to take down Jeff Oakes. And Oakes right now is ahead of him by quite a few positions. He's 2 points out of that final top 5 points finish. Babb's well aware of this, and he's trying to catch up as soon as he can. But a thing to note, of course, here is the fact that Wally Babb this season already getting that win, really, when he feels like he's been owed it for so long, I think really kind of helped justify not winning out in the top 5 this season. But you just know in the back of his mind, he still wants it. He wants it so badly to just be able to take it home at least and end it out on a high note. Jason Henry in the number 3 here at the Valvoline machine, going on a different strategy. Everybody else gets passed on by the number 66 Corey Stahl. And now the number 1 of Bobby Anderson here. Anderson swinging it on the outside. No relation to Dennis Anderson, by the way. I do not want to be going that route, so leave the memes and jokes aside there, folks. Whoa, speaking of memes, up a little bit. Smoke flies on the 66. The black strip being used well as Stahl strips it a little bit off the right side of the fenders. The Red Bull machine in trouble. Anderson straight to the inside. We're going to try to clear him down on the bottom lane. Go right below him, looking for the opening. The number 1 has got a good drive off. Stahl trying to put him up, though. They still are deadlocked. The outside, again, has the slight advantage, holding the rest of them off on the exits. But the entry, you still get a lot more momentum going to the bottom. Anderson well aware of that. If he has to, he'll throw the slide job. It is very possible here. This is one of the only tracks you can really nail that at here, and it's extremely wild and unpredictable. But boy, is it fun to watch when it's performed well. And look at this, there it is, slide job from the bottom to the depths below to the heavens above. Anderson throws one right at Corey Stahl. Oh, Stahl doesn't like it though. He wants to throw one back, but he can't. He's going to have to stick it to the bottom lane. Anderson defends it, puts him in the middle, back to the outside. Anderson leads off. He's now in 3rd. Hoffer trying to keep pressure on as well here. He knows that Oakes is still in contention. He's only 6 points out. He's got to stay in the throttle and really keep momentum high. But so far, this has been an excellent battle of nutrition as well as control of the level fields here. Henry back down a little bit. Sean Long up topside. Long will move his way to the chains back in position. 19 laps remain. Hunter, Hammer, and Hansen in the 13 out of this race. Kevin Baker as well out. Jeffrey Vickery due to that pit stop, either by his team's issue or his own issue going into pit road, costing himself dearly. Lost out on a chance to make it for the title, but the good news for him is that he is still a good points ahead of Matthew Hoffer. So no matter what Hoffer does, it will not be enough to take down him or the team here. Well, actually I gotta take that back here. Well, actually, it could be enough. Actually, he's only out by 11. Pardon me there. Vickery actually is in the 14th spot, so Hoffer actually would bump him down one if he actually finishes where he's at right now. Good news after that, though, I can say is Oaks and Bab are too far behind, even if they finish where they're at. Or, okay, well, mainly just Oaks, so, okay, just Bab then in this case. All right. How about that? Just Bab. Sorry, guys. So Vickery at least will have a top 5 no matter what here. By showing up today, he'll have enough points to stay in the top 5, but positioning here, he's going for a win now. He's just looking to try to stay in the 3rd spot on points, but he may get put back to the 5th points position here, depending how things go. As soon as I can start doing some math and actually calculate things right for once. It's usually why I leave it to my financial aid person there. She does a good job at it too. I highly recommend her. Matthew Hopper, Corey Stahl right now going head-to-head once more. Look out, though. It's Hoffert. It's got Stahl lining him up on the outside. Hoffert trying to get him on the inside. Good battle back here between the Good Wrench and the Red Bull team. Stahl throws it right back underneath him here and takes control. 16 laps remain here at Homestead. Hoffer got to be thinking too in the back of his mind, like, I've really had a good season, but I've also been kind of struggling a little bit to really stay with these guys. I want to stay with these drivers on some tracks and other tracks. I always will say this, and I'll say it again. Hoffer is a great top 5 driver, but at championship level, it seems as though he finds himself in a trap position. Like, he almost can never just close it out, like you would see the Cons or even maybe even the Oaks camps and the Pottle camps and all of them. I'd say those are the guys and gals that have closed it out a little bit better than he has. That's not to say he can't get the job done. He's taken me down in the dirt championships. He's actually beaten me straight up and won the season title by 1 point just by sheer consistency and staying out of trouble. Whereas I was all over the place there. I would win, then I would just wreck out or do something stupid, and it would get me in trouble. So, speaking of getting out of trouble right now, Jeffrey Vickery, man, he is firing back here. The number 7, moving back in the 11th spot. He still needs to get a top 10 and then back up a few more positions if he wants any chance here. The Rattlesnake has entered back into pit road. The number 21 is in the pits now. With only 14 laps remaining, Jeff Oaks will move the chains ahead. And if I'm Jeffrey Oaks right now, I'm thinking this next time by, whatever fuel I need, take it and get out of there. Just get going. If you can take right side tires with it, go for it. Try to find a way to knock down the Rattlesnake. Let's see what Khan does here. Oh, he's taking right side tires, so that could be a difference maker. Is he going to go for the 4? He's going for all 4 here, so Oaks, call is yours, buddy. He's going to stay out. Bold strategy by the number 20 camp here. Corey Stahl has entered into pit road. Bobby Anderson's going in there. Sean Long enters in. And you can just see how tight that pit entry is there. A lot of drivers have to be very aware and careful where they're going in and trying to find an opening. Oaks right now sees the Rattlesnake right up ahead of him. He's trying to get back to him and try to take him down a notch or two, but I don't know if it's going to be enough time. Fuel mileage wise, they went in at lap 52. That's not enough fuel, and he knows it. Oaks finally admits to it and gets to pit road. Hoffert will stay out. One more lap at least. And in the running, we forgot all about Corey Reed and Chantal Bottle. They've been kind of hiding in the background this entire race. Not trying to say they've been not doing anything. They just haven't really been trying to get to the front as much as other drivers have. Could be due to just saving fuel and saving strategies here, but it's hard to really say. Jeff Oaks at pit road right now. Let's see what happens here. He's got 2 sides on the right. He's going right sides. That's all he's going to do. The Rattlesnake, though, is right beside him here. Khan's coming. Oaks may have waited a little too long, and that right side tires may not be enough to catch the Rattlesnake. Hoffert's going to pit road. And Corey Reed, I think for the first time this season, is going to be your new leader. When he first came out, honestly, I would say he was leading some races, and he was actually hanging with these guys, but he struggled in the last couple seasons to really start to get down and dirty and really bring it to these guys. It's very tough and difficult because, again, drivers are not easy to figure out, and they're very difficult to beat out sometimes. You really got to strengthen your numbers and really focus in on your craft. They're well aware of that. Kathleen Crawford said, hashtag Team Rattlesnake. Kathleen, thanks so much for tuning on in tonight. Always appreciate you seeing you running around here too with us. We've seen you since day one, and we'd love to have you. Bottle right now currently in second. She's 11 spots up. The Hard Charger award winner and far none. Corey Reed 7 spots up. He started 8th, but Bottle started 13th. And Reed gonna go into pit road, so Bottle will probably be following in suit soon enough. Bottle's gonna stay out. I don't presume or think she's actually gonna try to do what I think she's trying to do here. I mean, I've seen her do this before, folks. She has a tendency to really kind of map out strategy, and she loves to kind of make sure everyone's well unaware of what she's up to. Is she trying to save the fuel run for the entire race? If she is, then this is an extremely big, bold move here. This is a very tight maneuvering. She's going to go 7 laps to go. She won the very first race this season, the one I wasn't able to get to right away. That was back at Talladega Super Speedway. Thankfully, though, we were able to get to it and get the call over and done with. And thankfully, we saw an amazing battle back in a fight between every driver there. In terms of what the season was going to hold and what it came to be, I think it was a great showing for everybody on that team. But could she win the first and then win the last race? I'd say otherwise now. So much time left on the clock, and she just didn't have enough fuel. The Rattlesnake will sneak his way back around. He slithers back into the lead. But Jeffrey Oaks right behind him, staying with him, and Bobby Anderson right now. As long as everything stays under control, it gets us go good traffic gremlins to calm down a bit. He's going to win this championship. The top 5 now on your screen. Kahn, Oaks, Anderson, Stahl, Hoffert. With only 6 laps remaining. What a wild and frankly just unpredictable season this one has been. Off a little bit loose there, although he's got to be careful. The last thing you need to do is get a caution out now. God's probably waiting and thinking, just please, for the life of me, do not get that caution flag to come out. He doesn't want anything to do with it. He doesn't want anything to deal with that issue or that problematic zone in itself. Vickery is now in the top 10. Jeffrey Vickery, despite making that big mistake earlier, credit where credit is due to the number 7. He never gave up and he never quit. And right now, where he's at and where he's positioned to be right now, he's going to hang on to that spot in the 3rd position. But you know, in the back of his head, in the back of his mind, he feels like he should have had more. Three laps remain. Oaks right now going to go right up there with Shane Ledoux in the number 12, the other Midnight Motorsports camp. Taking the top side. He's had some troubles this entire season, but Ledoux never gave out either. He always had a good showing of himself when he could and a good little fight back when he could bring it to the table. This just wasn't his season, unfortunately. 3 laps will turn to 2 laps to go. Swinging it around the 5 of Chantel Bottle. The Rattlesnake sees his win number 4 in his sights. 2 to go for the Rattlesnake. But championship number 1 for the number 1 looks to be inbound. 2 laps to go for Anderson to claim the title. Kahn has nothing to be ashamed of. He's already got multiple championships to his name in his career. Putting on an absolute wild and crazy performance throughout. leads it to this final moment with 4 wins in sight. Championship at stake for Anderson, but the white flag is out for Khan. Anderson just needs 4 more good corners, and he's going to lock himself into one of the only drivers to make a championship run and take the titles home. Only a set amount of drivers have been able to become champions here. Off of turn number 4, though. For Robert Kahn, victory in bounds. He will win number 4 and take the victory. But for Robbie Anderson, the title, at long last, will belong to him. He's your Season 8 champion in the Truck Series. What a performance. He'll take the rattlesnake down by 5 points. Anderson hangs on with consistency and sheer might to speed. Khan with absolutely nothing to be ashamed of, without a doubt. But this Gravedigger number 1 Chevrolet Silverado is about to have a field day in victory lane tonight. I think he kind of jammed in there. No, he's okay. I think he might have broke the entire left front housing though on that thing. He might actually blow the motor before this one's over, guys. I don't think he's leaving. I don't think he wants to take the truck home. I think his kid might have to go pick it up if he wants it that bad. What a performance. What a performance. We'll talk to the winners here in just a moment, but race fans, here is your final results. The Rattlesnake brings home the 4th win, the only driver to take 2 wins this season. Jeff Oakes will go for broke and take 2nd home once again. Bobby Anderson, though, is the Season 8 champion with this position in 3rd. Matthew Hofford once more shows promise in the top 5 and goes 4th. Corey Stahl will take home 5th today. Wally Babb's going to go 6th. Corey Reed, it's a top 10 at last, goes 7th. 8th, Sean Long. 9th will go to Jason Henry. And Stephen Ford pops it in one last time with a strong top 10 to end out his campaign. What a race season it has been, ladies and gentlemen. There is but one thing left to do. We'll get to it when we return.
With the ButtKicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. ButtKicker, the future is feeling.
All right, race fans, one last time tonight. Here we go. Let's listen in to your finishers. Coming into 2nd place today, the number 20, Jeffrey Oakes here, brings it back in for yet another podium. And Jeff, seems like this entire season, it's been nothing but podium, and podium. But with inconsistencies at some tracks ended up costing you a chance to go for the season title. But still coming away with 1 win this season. I got a feeling you got to think this is a pretty good season for you and this team, hasn't it been?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty happy with it. Like you said, we had a lot of podium finishes, got a win. We missed a race due to me being on vacation, so that kind of set back in points. But overall, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty happy with the season. Some things out of my control happened that hurt some of our races. With a couple other races, we were in really good positions to get another podium or even possibly go for the win, and some things out of our control happened. So that's just racing, but overall, yeah, it was a great season.
Great season, great fighting out from start to finish. Man, I've got to ask you, I mean, if you could have another season like this or go for possibly a final fight there for the championship, would you take this or would you go for the latter of it all?
Oh, I mean, go for all. Like, I mean, we all want a championship. And looking forward to the next season, and we're gonna come back strong and try and get that underneath our belt.
For sure there. All right. Well, nevertheless, though, Oaks, the second place finish to end out the season for you. I got to ask you, man, who do you want to thank you for this?
First off, my beautiful wife who lets me do this, and then other sponsors, the league, Pottles, everything she does. It's a lot of work. You up there in the booth, calling every race, doing a great job up there as always, and the guys we race with, guys and girls we race with. So it's kind of community effort, and so far things are going great so far. I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas.
Absolutely. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to you, Jeffrey, man. It's been great to see you back here on the show. We certainly hope you'll visit us back in season 9, sir. Congratulations.
Thanks, buddy. We're looking forward to it.
Jeff Oaks, ladies and gentlemen, your second place finisher here in the Pit Stall 80. Your race winner in the Pit Stall 80 today is going to be the one who pilots the number 21. The Rattlesnake will take 4 wins to end out his season campaign. Con, with that said, though, 4 wins, but not the title. I've got a feeling in your mind that it could have been something more, but, you know, at the end of the day, man, I think you can still look at this one and say it was worth every race and every fight for the end, wasn't it?
Oh, for sure, man. It was a good season. My goal today was to go out, lead laps, win the race, and try to make up points. And what can I say? You know, I did that, and congratulations, Bobby Anderson. I mean, he deserved to win it, man. He was just so consistent. But good season. That was a really good competitive season from everybody.
It really was indeed. Multiple winners, multiple individuals in there. You were the only one, though, to at least take 2 wins home in the season. No one else was able to accomplish that. But at the same token, when the racing was harder and harder to get around, it seemed like you found yourself more trapped in the bad luck than anything. Did this race win here with everything just kind of playing out in your favor kind of help out to at least with the confidence for next season?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Last week was a killer for me. That was just like a nutshell of the season with bad luck, running out of fuel in the last lap, and um, but yeah, that gives a good taste going into next season. Try to get up there and take another title.
For sure there. Well, Con, man, another title could be in your future soon enough. But as you take away this Pit Stall 80 from the winners today, who do you want to thank for all of it?
Oh man, everybody, you, BTM TV, ButtKicker, Lightning Wraps. Have to get a new one for next season. To have a good looking car to make a good season next season. So get with Lightning Wraps and Big PC. Sure missing a couple others, but you, I appreciate you too, man.
For sure there, man. Congratulations on all this here, sir. What a long road it has been to get to this point.
Yeah, man. Take care.
You too. Robert Kahn in the 21 will win at the Pit Stall 80. But race fans, he's been waiting a while to hear from you and see you. He comes out of the truck in the ultimate of victory lanes. The championship row belongs and goes to Bobby Anderson. Anderson, from start to finish this season, consistency was your name. It was your game plan. It was your focus. And this Gravedigger #1 tonight was bad to the bone indeed, and you strike it big when you need it to most. How does it feel to become a champion today?
Oh man, it feels great. Hard fought all year long, fighting with Con and Jeffrey. Man, it's awesome to come away with this. Just fought hard all year long, just kept within track limits, and just oh, it feels good. Feels real good.
Feels really good. Probably feels like something to finally knock off the list and accomplishments here. You've only joined a select few that have been able to come through these season championship rows and actually be able to take home one under the Pedal Metal Racing League banner. For that being said, though, I mean, you've only got 1 win this season. Your average start was a 3rd. You finished the average in 5th almost this entire season. I mean, was there anything else you felt like you wanted more, or that just was everything just right the way you needed it to get this title locked up and be over with today?
And like they always say, consistent wins championships, and that's one thing I strived on is just be consistent. If you know you don't have the truck to win, just get what you can and hope for the best. And that's what we did all year long. Starting off the race today, it didn't go that well. It looked like we kind of overdrove too a little bit, and luckily we slid not into the wall. So it was a little exciting to start it off, to say the least.
Say the least indeed, but hey man, at the end of the day, you are going to walk away with this championship. And with that said, I've got to ask you for the final time this season, who do you want to thank for all this?
First off, I want to thank my son. This race was to him. He loves Gravedigger, and I wanted to put this championship together for him. So this is for him. I got his name on my truck, my little 6-year-old watching. It's definitely for him most off. I want to thank all the guys I raced with here and all the guys that we worked together with, and Lightning Wrapz, Pit Stall, ButtKicker, you for putting on a great broadcast, PTM, Ford Used Carpets. I mean, anyone ever, Moser Racing Wheels, 213 Similar, just everybody in general. My wife, all my other kids, just everybody. It's awesome.
It's awesome indeed, Anderson. Celebrate it all. You are the Season 8 Truck Series champion. Congratulations, sir.
Sir, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, crowned today, Pedal Metal Racing League Season 8 champion, the #1, Bobby Anderson. With that, your final top 5 as we close out this championship. Bobby Anderson with 196 points takes down Colin with a 191. Jeffrey Vickery will go third with 180 points total. Matthew Hoffer will take fourth place in the point standings with 176. And Jeffrey Oakes just narrowing out Bab by 6 points with 172 for his troubles. Race fans, all I can say is thank you. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you for always tuning in, coming on to these shows, coming out on the track. I've tried to not get too emotional on television, but it really does mean the world to see these drivers and everyone that comes out to perform at these high level and high stakes, and for everyone that tunes in still to watch it and still comments and roots on their drivers while also enjoying the broadcast. That's to me what it's all about. That's the most heartfelt, the most meaningful thing that any of us, and myself could ever include, could really think about. So from bottom of our hearts again, thank you. Everything for everyone. We really love you guys. Thank you so much. To close out tonight, we'll have more calls here coming up. Pushing Limits Racing League season ends on Tuesday night. A big thank you again to Pit Stall Racing Series, ButtKicker Company, Ford Entertainment Group, PC.net, Lightning Wrapz for everything, you fans out there for everything. We're signing off for the last time for Pedal Metal Racing League in 2022. We'll catch you in 2023. Still more races to go for PTM Racing TV before 22 ends. We'll see you when the green flag flies soon enough.